The cool thing about life is that at any given moment, you can decide to be a completely different person. We think that rebranding ourselves means changing our clothes or changing where we live. But in reality, you can do those things and be the same person on the inside. So instead of investing all of this money into your external appearance, let's channel some of that energy into our internal self. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how we can truly rebrand ourselves. Let's get into it.
Cerebral flow in my head I go. Try reach me now but my cell line slow. I keep it low, it's like where I go. Try teach me how but I said I know. People know me like you like hope and I need to know premise when I show. I collect my dough, do my thing and go.
First things first, in order to rebrand yourself, you have to define what it is you want to be now, or rather who you want to be now. And that's going to come from you identifying the things that you do not like about yourself. Yes. Did I just give you permission to not like yourself? Yes, I did. In this new day and age, and I'm grateful for where we have this self-acceptance and self-love, accepting yourself for who you are. And I love that. But if you don't like who you are, that's okay too. I'm here to tell you that that is okay. It's okay not to like yourself, because you can now change yourself into someone that you do like. That is our first step. Let's make a list of who we are now, the qualities we do not like, and the qualities that we do like. After we've done that, let's move into step number 2. What are we going to do about the qualities we don't like? Because some qualities about yourself that you don't like, you might find that to be very hard for you to change. Let's say you're someone who's just very shy and timid, and you want to have the ability to speak up and stand up for yourself a little more. Well, you're not just going to go from being this shy, timid person to all of a sudden just having the courage and the ability to now be direct and be assertive and put yourself out there in front of people. That's going to take some time, and you might feel some resistance to that, as naturally will be occurring. So now we're going to order that list from the easiest things to change to the harder things to change. Okay, let's organize that. And then after that step, or within that same step, so still in number 2, we're going to take those good qualities we like about ourselves, and we're going to think, do we want to enhance those, or do we want to kind of keep them where they are? And what I mean by that, let's say that you're someone with very strong leadership abilities. Like, people always come to you to lead the way, to pave the way. Your co-workers and bosses can always rely on you to get things done. Like, you are just a great leader. Okay, do you want to stay where you're at in your terms of leadership, or do you want to elevate that? Do you want to say, you know what, I am a leader. I'm a damn good leader. You know what I'm going to do? I want to boss up this year, and I'm going to, be CEO of a company. I'm going to start my own company, or whatever. Like, where do we want to take those good traits about ourselves? And again, that's all up to you. If you're happy with where you are with it, you don't feel the need to turn it up a notch at all, then we're good. But if there's some of those qualities within yourself that you'd be unstoppable if you just crank that up a little bit, let's go ahead and crank that up. Moving on to number 3, now we're going to find some people that we admire and look up to. Okay, we all find inspiration in other people. And again, there is nothing wrong with that. There's this other culture out there that if you're imitating or mocking someone else, that you have no sense of self, you have no originality. Okay, again, scratch, exit, the backspace, delete all that. That's not true. You don't have to copy someone's exact personality, but if there's someone that has traits within them that you really admire and respect, let's study those people. If there's someone that's unattainable, if there's someone in your life that you're very close to, let's talk to them a little bit. Let's ask them, what did you do to get like this? Because believe it or not, just how you're rebranding yourself, that person could have rebranded themselves too. Just because someone is naturally a leader in your eyes, maybe that was a skill they developed. Maybe they also started as a very, laid back, not that much of a leader type of person, and they changed it. So you never know. That's why we need to have those conversations with those people so we can see how they got to where they are. And if it becomes a case where they were just naturally born like that, then okay, cool. But you can still learn something from them and make that connection with them. So whether that's, like I said, people you know in real life, or people that you can just study online, maybe watch speeches of theirs, maybe read their books, or whatever. But let's start to get in front and around people that are like the person we want to be. So that's number 3. Number 4, now we're going to keep a log, okay? Because we got to get the reps in. It's there's a thing I like to say where A vision without action is just a dream, okay? So now that we have this vision, we have to act upon it. So now that you have this personality, you built this person that you want to be now, you have to start putting in the reps to be like that. That means when it's time for you to be assertive, we got to be assertive. Maybe that's 25% assertive. Maybe that's just saying, hey, I didn't like that. Instead of, saying, hey, I didn't like that, and let me tell you this, and let me do this. And you know what I mean? Like, you can take baby steps, but every time you do that, we want to jot it down. We want to say, you know what, I did something today that walked the footsteps of the person that I am becoming. Because that's going to give you that good feedback of the intentions that you're putting out, but it's also going to give you that confidence, because then you can look at that log and say, wow, like, for 27 days now, I've done something that the person that I want to be would be doing. And now that's going to show you, I actually can beat this person. Like, it's not as difficult or as hard as I thought it would be. So we definitely want to do that. I'm going to give you 2 more things. Number 5 is going to be have grace with yourself. You're going to backstep a little bit. You're going to have days where you didn't do anything that was in the footsteps of the person that you want to become, and that's okay. Change doesn't happen overnight, and consistency doesn't look like 100% effort every single day. That means some days, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we had 100% effort. Thursday, we had 25% effort. Friday went back up. It's going to fluctuate. As long as we're making movement, that's all we care about. Doesn't matter how much that movement is. And stagnation is okay too, as long as we don't stagnate for too long. So keep that in mind as well. Just have some grace with yourself. And then number 6, once we do start to feel like we're a different person, now we can invest in that external stuff. So if the person that you're becoming would wear outfits like this, now we can invest in that. If the person that you are becoming would be taking trips like that or would live in an area like this, now we can make those investments. Now we can make those changes. Because when you do that in the reverse, you're just kidding yourself. I won't really say that, because maybe there is a case where being in an environment surrounded by people that are different than you, because we are the people we surround ourselves with, right? So putting yourself in a new environment, yes, could change who you are. You have to be really intentional about that, and you have to remember that sometimes that can backfire, because we also are what we attract. So just because you put yourself in a room of high performers doesn't mean you're all of a sudden going to be a high performer. Okay, I've seen it lots of times in my life. Sometimes we are very, very strongly in our ways that we are not influenced by anybody around us. So you have to think about how you are as a person as well. Are you an easily influenced person, or are you a stubborn in my ways type of person? If you fall in the latter category, it don't matter who you're around, it don't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what you drive. You're going to be the same person you are. So that's why this method will work better for those kind of people. So those are my 6 tips on how you can begin to take steps to rebrand yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up. I would highly appreciate it. The knowledge that we gain is powerful, but it's the knowledge that we share that makes a difference. So share this video with someone that you think would love to rebrand themselves. That's all I got for you. I'll catch you in my next video. As always, don't forget to crush it.